trading the questions for Coach Guidry.
Lance, you had to be pretty happy with the way your guys, it was a pretty tough atmosphere the other night and some pretty explosive players on the other side, but you guys seemed to hold up very well the whole night.
Yeah, I was pleased in the way we played. Not happy by any means because you want to win the football game. That's the most important thing. On our goal board, the first goal was to win the football game, and we didn't do that. So was proud of the effort they gave. I thought we played, I'm not going to say as good as we could possibly play, but I thought they laid it out on the line for sure.
You've had a lot of guys get dinged up and come back. And I know that's just part of the game, or any rivalry game. But for the buy-in to still be that high in week 10, what's that kind of say about the collective of the group? I guess nobody made a business decision.
Yeah, the guys like to play, and I think they love each other, and I think there's a standard that's being created here that doesn't matter what the score is, doesn't matter who we're playing, we're going to play a certain way in a certain style. So every week they kind of reset, and they've done everything I've asked them to do, and we've had to switch defenses halfway through a season because of injuries, and they've brought in coaches that have done an unbelievable job of selling what we're doing and coaching it and teaching it. So my hat goes off to them, but I really like this group. I really like coaching them. I like being around them. So it's been a good year for us, but we still got a couple games left.
So how do you, it's not every day that a team is asked to play top 10 back-to-back weeks. How do you reload, especially when so much goes into the first one? How do you get ready for it?
We really don't look at rankings of what they are, because rankings are just rankings, and it's over it's a football team that they're ranking. So we always look at them and what's, how good is their offensive line? What's their quarterback like? What receivers do they have? What's the intangibles? What do we need to do to slow them down? And sometimes a better team doesn't create as much of a problem for us on defense, but because the other side of the ball might be really good. So we just look at it for what it is, and we're playing against a good football team this week, and Coach Brom is a really good play caller. So they're good at what they do, and it's just another challenge. We've been up against a bunch of challenges this year, some really good coordinators, some good quarterbacks, backs, and receivers, so it's just another one that we got to face.
What does Jeff Brom do? You mentioned that makes him such an effective play caller and offensive coach, because they've kind of flipped things around there pretty quickly.
When he was at Western Kentucky, he was really good when he came in. He stayed back when Petrino left and went to Louisville, and he became the head coach at WKU, and then he went to Purdue and he flipped that thing around real quick. So he's a former quarterback, and his brother's the OC, and they both played at Louisville, and they're very good football coaches. And I think they do a good job of knowing what they have and then fitting an offense around that. And they have NFL experience, as players, and they've been in the college game as well. So they kind of mix and match different things from both, from a professional point of view and college perspective. So they're good. They're going to look at us and nothing's going to surprise them. So we got to play well. We got to be sound.
And then the playmakers, they've got Jamar Jordan at running back and Jamari Thrash at receivers. What have you seen from them on film?
Well, this will be my second year in a row against Thrasher. Thrasher was at Georgia State, and he had a good game against us. He's hard to cover. He's quick, very good player, and then the running back's really fast. So, we've got a tall task, and the quarterback gets the ball out on time, and their offensive line is solid. So, it's gonna be tough for us.
Your young corners stepped up pretty well.
They did.
Considering they hadn't really played a ton
Yeah.
during the course of the season. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, they really fit the game probably better because they were longer.
Yeah.
We needed longer guys. It didn't matter how fast you were in that game. You need to have length. And we ended up getting dinged up a little bit, and it kind of presented itself. It was a decision we was going to have to make anyway to go a different direction because of just the height of the wide receiver. So I thought the young Brown played extremely well. I thought Richard played well. So those two guys really played good. They'll continue to play this week, of course, but I was proud of them. Big game, big moments, and they didn't really blink. Even on the one Coleman caught, after the punt return, Brown was right there. He looked back for the ball. He fought him a little bit. But, I mean, it's a really good football player he's going against, possibly the best wide receiver in the nation. So I was proud of both of them.
How has Ruben progressed from start of spring, start of summer to now? Because it just seems like there hasn't been, I'm sure he's played more plays. I don't know.
Yeah.
It seems like, I'm sure he's played more plays this year than he played in high school. So, and it just seems like he's still, we haven't seen a drop off.
Yeah, he's playing well. He's played a lot of snaps, you know, especially after the injuries with Mesidor and Najee. He's had to step up and play more snaps than probably we thought he would. And his body's starting to get a little achy a little bit, you know, because it's a more physical game than high school. He's not always the strongest guy out on the field. So, but yeah, he's playing well. He continues to get better, and we're asking him to do more things. He's having to sacrifice a little bit right now. We can't always keep him on the edge like we want, so because of the body types we need inside. So we'll mix him up outside and inside a little bit, but he's doing extremely well. I'm proud of him.
There was a play early on, I think, might have been the first drive. It was third and long, and I think the tight end was kind of left uncovered.
Yeah.
What was the breakdown?
We didn't get the right personnel on the field. I had a plan all week to where on third and long, I was going to get basically our nickel package. We call it Buffalo, with 3 linebackers, 3 down linemen, 5 DBs. And we were in base, which was 4 down, 3 backers, and 4 DBs, and we couldn't get the nickel on the field. So the guy was kind of left uncovered with the call, and that was really on us, really on me. I didn't get the right personnel in, and that was probably what you're talking about, tied into their sideline. So that was all on me right there. We just didn't get the package on the field that we needed. It didn't match up with the call.
Anything else for Coach Guidry?
Thank you. I appreciate it.